Hello and welcome to a Kooky Corner of YouTube. I am Tori or Kooky, I don't mind which name you call me by. But if you've never been here before, this is where I live at Kooky Towers, somewhere in the depths of YouTube or deepest, darkest Devon. Anyway, every month this year I've been running a Kooky Postcard Sew-a-long, and basically what I've been doing is giving people prompts so that they can then create a postcard size piece of stitched art in their style to go with the prompt. For this month's prompt, it was Harvest Home, and these are the two pieces that I created for Harvest Home. One was a stitch piece with a little owlie on it and a harvest moon. And I've got a little harvest mouse, and this is needle felted. So this went out to everybody to have a go if you wanted to. No need to have done any previous ones. You can just jump in whenever you like on these prompts. And I have to say, there are some absolute corkers this month. Absolute corkers. Everybody has put a really good effort into little details, and it's just so lovely to see them all coming in, the pictures of the pieces other people have done, and I'm sure you're all itching to see them as well. So without further ado, run VT. Weren't they all amazing? Absolutely stunning, each and every one. Now, this month's prompt, this is September, so the prompt for this month is AUTUMN HYGGE. AUTUMN HYGGE. Now I hear you, I can hear you. You're shouting at me through the TV. What the heck is hygge? Well, a definition for it is a Scandinavian word meaning feeling cozy and comfortable, the things that make you happy, things you can do for yourself, like a cup of hot chocolate or jumping in a pile of autumn leaves, or just something that makes you feel good within yourself. So it's kind of like that comfortable, cozy feeling, and I thought it worked really well for autumn. So you can go with whatever you want to go with for this prompt. Dive deep, have a look at autumn things, things that make you happy about autumn. Maybe nothing makes you happy about autumn, so you're hoping for it to go, but try and find something that would make you feel cozy and comfortable during the autumn season. I'm going to show you two examples of the ones that I've made. People in my group have seen these first, so if you are a member of my Facebook group, then you get all the little benefits of behind the scenes peeks at things that are coming up, and you also get free patterns for all of the projects I do here. So that's a nice little benefit, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. first of all, let me show you what I did for this month. So the first one I did was this bear. Let me take you in. So we have my stitched background, which I usually do with my running stitch. So lots of different fabrics in there that's patchworked together in a raw way. So I've got raw edges stitched down, and I've appliqued on top of it. So we've got this little bear. He's wearing his new autumn scarf, which makes him feel very warm and cozy, and he's going for a walk on a nice crisp sunny day. Or maybe it's even in the evening time, because I can see a star there. There's always a star somewhere. And having a little walk through the woods. Also, he's got a little friend looking at him from the tree, and that's his little house there in the tree. I like a little story, what can I say? So yeah, it's Bear in his autumn scarf, and I kind of picked some fabrics with trees on and things, and then appliqued this tree stump here. We've got little falling leaves coming down. Scarf there, which is a piece of K facet material. I'm sure the eagle-eyed among you will have already spotted that. Button, sequins, you know, I just went to town with whatever I had in my sewing bag at the time. So that was the first piece. And the second piece I based on a similar way, but it wasn't material background. This is a needle felted background, so I'll leave him there. No, I'll put him up there for a minute. And we can see this one. So this one is a needle felted background with lots of autumny style colours. So we've got the greens going into the reds and oranges, and we've got some of those beautiful little pinky colours that can come out in leaves during that time. Even that alone could be just an abstract piece. You don't have to put characters on it. You don't have to do anything. This is just my interpretation. So we've got this bear, and here he is. He's got a new autumn jumper on. So look at that, it's a nice woven fabric there that looks like a jumper, and some of these beautiful little rickrack. It's like a flowery rickrack that my friend Carrie sent to me. Thank you so much, Carrie. That came in very handy. He's holding a mug of hot chocolate with some whipped cream on it and sprinkles, or are they marshmallows? Who knows? Only Bear knows. And then we've got the falling leaves again. Sequins and beads just to give it a little bit of shine, because you know I do like to do that. This is some of the, let me show you if I've got a pot here. It's not the right colour, but it's the Stickles gel, and I always put a bit of that on just to give it a bit of sparkle. But that is my thing. Now you need to think about what you would like to do, plan it out in a book. See what you want to put on your piece. As I say, it could be needle felted, it could be all needle felted, it could be needle felted and plique, needle felted and embroidery. You could go an embroidered, a pliqued background with just fabrics, and then a plique on top of that. However you want to do it. If you want to do it on a machine, absolutely fine. You know, if you want to try and crochet it in a 6x4 format, I would be very impressed. I'd be really impressed if you did that, because it's something I've not attempted. But yeah, you can just absolutely go to town, link into your inner child. This is what I always say. Our inner child has no inhibitions, so you can just put down what you want, anything you like. It's all for free. All for free from your imagination. You just have to link into it. Anyway, those are my two pieces. So the only rule, as I say every month, is it's got to be a 6x4 piece. So kind of like a postcard size. I know postcards come in different sizes, but I'm going as a 6x4 standard postcard size. I would like to see a picture of your piece if you make it, so that I can include it in the roundup reel, like the ones we saw previously. I like to do a roundup reel probably a couple of days before the end of September, and I will say the 29th of September as the last chance to get your picture in, so that I can add it into the reel, because I need a little bit of leeway in order to make the reel. It takes a little bit of time, so I need a little bit of time. even if you manage to get it in on the 30th, I'd probably be able to squeeze it in, but try and get it in if you can before the 29th, and then I can squeeze it in and we can enjoy the benefits of looking at your beauteous creations, which I absolutely adore, as you know. So where do you put your pictures? Well, you can put your pictures in our newish Facebook group. It's only been there for about a month or so, and we've got about 92 members, I think, at the moment. So we've got quite a bit of action going on there. I try and post things in there every day. Sometimes still a throwback video of things that I've done previously that you might not have seen, and you might want to have a little check out of that. So that's a little bit extra. Another benefit you get from that, free patterns. So I will do free patterns for all the makes I make here on the channel, and they'll be in the files in the Facebook group. Facebook group is free to join. There is no charge whatsoever. There are a few questions you have to answer. You have to be subscribed here on YouTube. That's kind of a requirement of the rule, so you have to be subscribed here. If you aren't subscribed here and you try and get in, what you'll get back is a message saying, I'm sorry, you've been declined because you're not a member of, or you're not subscribed to Cool Kooky Creatures on YouTube. In which case, pop over to YouTube, have a little check out of the videos, and click the subscribe button. It's one click, costs you nothing, and it will mean an awful lot to me, but it will also give you access to the Facebook group. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you like that little bit of extra, those are the things that you can do that are really easy. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, free, and then go over to the Facebook group, which I'll give a link to in the description box below. You can click on that and answer, I think it's about 4 questions. It's something simple. And then you'll be in, and I will approve you, and you can join in with all the rest of our lovely magpie wombles that are over there. Take a breath. Right, I'm breathing now. So, the other way that you can put a picture in, as I say, you can put it in the Facebook group, or if you don't want to join Facebook, you're not part of Facebook and it's not the kind of thing that you enjoy, the other thing that I've got is you can put a picture on Instagram, tag me in it, so put @CoolKookyCreatures so that I can pick it up. And also there is a hashtag, which hasn't been working amazingly, I have to say, but you can still pop it in there, and it will be hashtag Kooky Postcard Sal 2024, and for this coming month it's going to be SEPT at the end, SEPT. And it will be there now for you to have a look at. Another reason to join the Facebook group is they get little extras. So for this month, I am going to pop in an extra on the Facebook group of a pattern to make a little bear brooch in the style of my bears here. And that's going to be in the Facebook group, probably later on today at some point in time. Because I want to draw out the pattern and everything, put that in the files, and I'm going to make a little video for my Facebook group members to have a look at so they can see how to put together a little bear brooch. So there's another little bonus for you. I'm throwing them left, right and centre. Also, you get to have a virtual custard cream in my group. Yeah, virtual custard cream. There's an incentive if ever there was one. Now, if you're looking for bits and pieces that you want to add into your stash, I know we've all got one somewhere. I've got many stashes of different items. But I was in Leeds over the bank holiday weekend, the bank holiday here in the UK. And I happened upon this beautiful place, which is it's at the spinning mill at Sunnybank Mills. And it's a salvaged art, craft and play materials. So it's a scrap centre for creative reuse. And things you can get there are card, textiles, foam, plastic, buttons, felt, paper, ex-display, ribbon, tubes, pipes, cellophane, rubber, haberdashery, fabric and new art materials. I was like a child in a sweet shop. It is a whole mill floor filled, and I mean this literally, if you've been, you'll know, filled to the brim with all lovely things that magpie wombles love. There was even a womble. I kid you not, there was a little womble toy above the cash desk. I thought, I'm in the right place here. And I actually got a few bits. And if you want to see what I've got, I'll show you now. Now, one of the things I got is this board. It's like a big thick felt board. I can't even show you to. It's nice wide, and it's a big felt board that everything sticks to. It's really cool for laying out fabrics on, and you're not going to have them floating away in the wind or in a breeze. And I really want to get myself another one of these because they're so handy. I've set my daughter the task of getting me one. It was, I guess, £2, something like that. The other things I got there, I got this huge bag of ribbons. Now they're all in a tangle and I've organised them all. And look at all those, and they're like thick reels of ribbon, like so, for £3. £3. I'm not sure how much that is in US dollars, but I'm sure you can work it out. So £3 sterling for all of this ribbon. And admittedly, it was in a big tangle in the bag, but I sorted it all out. Actually, sorting out ribbon is one of my favourite things. So if they ever want to give me a job sorting ribbon out, you know, I'm there for it. But look at all the beautiful colours in there. I was so taken with this fluorescent-y pink. I thought, yes, that's for me. So I grabbed that huge bag, and it's quite weighty. £3. Awesome. Other things I got there. I'll show you this bit last. I got some of these, it's like little vinyl squares in like colour coordinated sections. There's loads in a bag, and there's £2.50 a bag, and you get all the little vinyl squares of different colours, some slightly different sizes as well. Now, what I used this for, sat and cut out a load of dots the other day, because I have got an idea for these, which I will come on to shortly. I got a couple of bits of fabric. So I got this piece of wool herringbone tweed, which is huge. Well, I say huge. It's got a little bit out of a corner. It was £4 and it's wool. I have got ideas for that. They'll be coming up sometime this year. And then there was this piece here, which was really cheap again, £1. It's like a velvety upholstery material in this beautiful powder blue. So I got that. I got this felt. I'm not showing you what's underneath just yet. It's double the size of this actually. And it was a really big piece of felt, and it was £1. £1. And it's wool felt. You can't get wool felt for that price anywhere. So grabbed that one, and it's also, I must be in a blue phase at the minute. I'm really kind of vibing with blue, so I got some beautiful blue felt. Other thing I got, reaching down, they have this pack of scrap discovery packets called, and it was £6.50, and it's called Textures. And I'll just wangle it out of the bag here and show you what's inside. There's quite a bit. It's all nicely organised. So this is a really thick adhesive vinyl, kind of 2 bits of it, like so. And I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but the texture on there would be great for a jelly plate. I was looking at things like that as well, you know, I was kind of thinking, oh, that'd be good for this. A piece of neoprene foam, which you could make into some kind of a pot. So I might do that. A nice piece of wool check fabric that was in there as well. That will always come in handy in my scrap pack for making things. This beautiful, like a lace net material, which again I thought was great for texture. Be lovely on a jelly plate, or actually in a piece of artwork. There was a couple of pieces of this handmade paper with leaf inclusions or petal inclusions, and they look a bit like marigolds maybe. So that was nice. A piece of thin foam that you could use for something. Some of this beautiful Japanesey kind of gossamer paper. Piece of velvet in a beautiful burnt orange. I keep using the word beautiful. Stop saying beautiful. I say glorious, marvellous. Another one of these handmade papers with a glitter on it. Look at that. It's fabulous. Nice big size of that. A piece of this bubble wrap packaging in silver. Then we've got, this is kind of like an interfacing, I think. Always handy for something. We've got a piece of gold shimmery holographic card. Some more of this gossamer paper. A little piece of that fabric I just showed you that I bought. So, you know, it's a fair piece. It's bigger. It's about just a bit smaller wide widthways than an A4 and a bit wider and a little bit shorter. A piece of fluffy fabric. It's a bit like a lammy kind of fleecy wool. I can definitely use that for something. This is like a snakeskin vinyl. Awesome. Then we got a piece of this craft paper, which has got like a texture on it. And then we had this. This is like a piece of felt, but it looks like it's got all these like little, I don't know what you call them. They're like little joints, aren't they? Little felt joints. So I thought that would be a good texture-wise for a jelly plate, or just making something out of these little roundels. So all in all, you get quite a bit in there for £6.50. So I was very pleased with that. Let's pop it all back together and get rid of it. So I hear you ask, what's underneath that piece of felt that you're guarding? Well, this is going to be another project, and I will tell you more about it in the next video because it's going to take a bit of doing. But I thought I'd give you a head start onto what I'm up to. Because I'm kind like that, you know? Okay, so this is half of that piece of wool felt I got for £1. And here's the other half. This is the other half of the felt, which I thought was perfect for doing a piece of work that has been inspired by Annie Claxton from Arty Farty Annie's, and it was her Millefiori, I can't even say it, Millefiori? Anyway, I'll link down below to where Annie's doing her piece and explaining all about it, but I was enraptured with it. And even more so enraptured when one of our Arty Farty members, Maggie Morris, who is a phenomenal needle woman, I tell you, the things that she's made are beautiful with all beautiful colours, has also had a go at this as well. So I'm really super inspired. Now, what I'm going to be making is based on this really. And this is a little clutch bag that I put together a couple of months ago. In the usual fashion with my little patchwork pieces. So it's a little bag. This is lined with some fabric that my daughter printed actually. So it's based on this, but it's going to be in dots. So I've cut out the shape of this, sat and hand cut out loads of felt dots. Now, I also had an idea that I might need these as well, but I didn't actually use them in the end. But I'm going to use these in another project, which are the vinyl pieces that I got from the scrap store. But I'm going to be using those in another project, so all well and good. Sorry, the sun's just decided to come out again, as it will. So you might get some weird shadows on the screen. But yes, this is what I'm up to at the moment. So at the moment, I am trying to sew down all my pieces, basically. So just with an oversew stitch, and then I'm going to sew into them with different stitches. That's the plan. And then I'll fold it up into a bag like this clutch bag here. So that is a plan with that one. As I say, do go along to Annie's channel, have a look at her pieces of work and all the inspiration behind it, because it's phenomenal. And it's what inspired me to make this. So thank you, Annie, for the inspiration. And I've got a nice stitching many hours of this to come ahead of me. I'm looking forward to it, because I sat and stitched all this listening to a podcast last night, the bits that I have stitched. Oh, so relaxing just to stitch down some dots onto a piece of fabric. I'm so happy. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me for now. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at the work that people made for the roundup video, for the postcard sew along. This month, as I say, is Autumn Hygge. Hygge. I think that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please, some Scandinavian people, correct me. Tell me how to say it properly. And yes, I'll be back here very soon with something else, hopefully with a little bit more of this to do. I've got some other projects lined up for this month. So do stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to come and join us in the Facebook group. Links are going to be down below. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.